Welcome, horror fam, to HHN 365, a Halloween Horror Nights podcast. My name is Duff, and I'm not as always with anyone, because guess what? My co-hosts aren't here. But that does not mean I'm alone. I'll just bring you in now. John, from the Hauntline. Thanks for joining me.
Surprise, everyone. It's the Haunt Boys.
Haunt Boys time. We're taking over.
Sorry, yeah, this is now Haunt Boys 365.
Spray paint over our logo. Haunt Boys.
Thanks for having me, man. It's we're a couple of days out, and I'm so sad. But this will bring me some holiday cheer, but for Halloween, not for the other one.
Holiday cheer, a little closure, if you will.
Yes, exactly.
Before we get into that, though, follow us on social media at Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at HHN365, our TikTok at HHN365pod. Check out our Discord. We're talking HHN and other haunts year-round. You'll find that link in the description. Our merch shop at HHN365.com. And if you want to leave a voicemail that will play here on the show, that number is 407-906-4134. And John, if you want to plug now before people turn it off at the end, please do.
Yeah, for sure. You can find us at The Hauntline on Instagram. That's our main page. TikTok, and of course, youtube.com/The Hauntline. I must admit, we're on a little bit of a hiatus for now. We'll come back full force in February, but still follow us because I'll be posting, holiday shit posts.
Yeah. Best Hollywood creator in the game. I'm just throwing that out there.
Much appreciated, Fred. Much appreciated.
Which, if you couldn't guess, today's show is going to be wrapping up HHN 2025 at Universal Studios Hollywood. Again, my co-hosts aren't here. Neither of them went to the event. That's why. They don't need to be here. We were going to do a fun joke where they were going to watch, well, they already have, but they were going to rank everything based off YouTube walkthroughs in a aggravating way to piss people off a little bit. But now the Haunt Boys are here to be serious and actually talk about this event and maybe talk shit about it too.
Get ready.
We'll see. Maybe I'm a little nicer this year.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's possible. But before we do that, John, you love HHN Orlando. Unfortunately, to the level that it pisses off some of your fan base, but you do love HHN Orlando. So I don't want to let you go without discussing it just a little bit before we get to our main segment. So how I want to do this, I just want to go through your house rankings and zone rankings if you want to do those as well. And that's literally just going to, one by one, discuss each of those and get through it quickly, but also an understanding of what you thought of Orlando. So especially when we come to Hollywood for the IPs, you kind of have a idea of what we can compare it to.
Sure.
So if you want, are you doing zone or just house?
I only have house prepared, but maybe at the end I can give you the zone.
Okay, cool. So let's start with houses, and you can just go 10-1, and then as we go along, we can discuss each house a little bit.
Okay, 10-1. Number 10 is Terrifier.
There it is. So this one I already knew. I don't know a lot of your list. This one I knew, and I knew it pissed people off. Obviously, I don't see people's reaction, but I know people are not going to like that at all.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone. Yeah. Listen, it was fine. Listen, I'll give you this much. Orlando's was days, leagues, years, leaps and bounds above Hollywood's. The Funhouse was really cool. It was gory. I have no attachment to the IP. And they really sold it as this is going to be the most twisted thing in the world. It really wasn't. And I'm kind of glad it was I'm glad that it wasn't because I don't know. I don't. Gore houses just don't do it for me, friends. And Terrifier was this year's gore house. So sorry, guy. But hey, Art the Clown, fun seeing you around in Hollywood.
I understand that, though. It's not a property for me. But I am considered a Terrifier hater in Orlando, and it's number 5 for me. So you're going to get crucified. Have fun.
Sorry, everyone.
What's your number 9?
Number 9 for me is Fallout, especially, again, just comparing both coasts. The Orlando Fallout was it had a lot of fun detail in it. And yeah, this is, again, another IP that I wasn't really attached to. I don't really know much, but Orlando kills it when it comes to immersion. But I know that I'm probably... I don't know. I guess maybe I'm not alone in thinking this. I didn't really get much story in the house. I didn't really learn much about the series. But it was a cool setting, so I'll give them that much. And it had more settings than Terrifier. So
Yeah.
That's why it's
fair.
at 9.
And I think you also came before they made any of the additions to that house. For example, the 2 extra ghouls, the one in the wasteland and the one in Philly. And then also in the Super Duper Mart scene, the ones that were like banging against the freezer glass, those were now like smashed in and they like reached out instead of just banging on it.
I did see the smash in though.
Okay,
I saw the hole. Okay. I saw the hole. Yeah, but the extra ghouls. Hey man, I want a refund. Come on, what's going on?
I'll be honest. It really didn't like make the house better, but it helped the pacing a lot, which was nice. But yeah, Fallout low, just like everyone on this show. Your number 8, John.
8 is unfortunately Hatchet and Chains for me, man.
I had you.
Listen, first of all, the house just smelled of ass from start to finish. I don't know what that was. We
love our scents, man.
But fuck that one in particular. That it took me out of it every single time. I had high hopes for Hatchet and Chains. I wanted it to be I don't know, this campy Wild West-esque adventure with these 2 characters, and it just didn't fully deliver that for me. And even when it comes to Western settings, listen, it didn't really break the mold, except for the train scene. The train scene was pretty cool, but everything else, like, sorry, bro, from Not Scary Farm, been there, done that. It didn't really wow me.
I will accept the Scary Farm reasoning and nothing else. All right, nothing else. That was my number 1 this year.
Oh,
I will also say, and Jess will definitely agree, it really started to ramp up come like the beginning of October.
Okay.
Because Jess had it at like 8-ish and throughout September, and then it finished number 3 or 4 for her. So like, it definitely is something that picked up a lot as the year went on. But whatever, number 8 for you, that's fine. What's your number 7?
And listen, that's fair. We all know that houses improve with the seasons. The runs get tighter. It's just how it goes. So,
and for one house for me, it did the exact opposite. And we'll talk about that when you get there.
Interesting. All right. But hey, shout out to the performer that was out in the front of the Hatchet and Chains. Like that set the tone really well. And they were always really scary.
Granny Haggerty.
Good old Granny. All right. Number 7 for me was Jason. I mean, listen, this is an IP that I'm lightly familiar with. But again, I'm not a super fan. But in terms of the maze itself, it was scary, but it was also incredibly repetitive. And to Orlando standards, I mean, it was very Hollywood-esque in that it was boo hole after boo hole. But in Orlando's defense, the boo holes at least had a little more character to them than they do in Hollywood. In Hollywood, most of the time, they're just black squares. At least this had netting or cloth or something where they would try to hide it a little better. But yeah, number 7 for me is Jason. It was fun, but I just wanted a little bit more out of it.
So you really do kind of side with 365 there. We all have it in our lower half and bottom third, actually. But I have this opinion that even though it's not for me, a house like that definitely has a place at HHN. Jonathan disagrees and thinks it's an abomination of a house. Where do you stand on that?
I agree with you, Duff. I think, listen, at the end of the day, most of us are at these events to get scared. And Jason, although it didn't deliver scenically, it delivered with the scares. And boy, if it wasn't the air cannons, it was, the drop doors, the suspense in that damn hallway that felt eternal. Woo! That really got me, man, every single time. So I think there is a place for it. It got the scares. I wouldn't say it's an abomination at all. I think it's a little extreme, John.
Also, while I didn't get scared, it's just I need scare design for scares personally.
Sure.
And this was very just in your face, repetitive scares, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever once walked out of that gauntlet without like someone who's honestly probably more of what the general public is, someone who's just coming one night a year and like on the floor almost, just like dying. Like it was murdering people, like to a level I haven't seen, I guess, since Insidious last year, and before that, like Scarecrow. So it's in rarefied air as far as like just watching people get absolutely fucked up in.
Respect, man. Respect.
You're number 6.
Number 6 is Five Nights at Freddy's. And it's funny because I walked in really excited for this house, and I do really enjoy it. But this is one of those where I'm like, there's just houses that are better, my friend. I'm sorry. And Five Nights just kind of got down to this part in the list for me. But listen, Orlando had all three figures on stage. They beat us for that alone. But it was kind of cool for all you Hollywood folks out there. This house was basically the same on both coasts, so you got a good taste of what an Orlando house is like. Minus two figures, of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold that for a discussion we're in Hollywood because I have thoughts about that actually. So
okay.
I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
What I was alluding to earlier with sometimes houses having these longer runs as a local being a bad thing, this is that house for me because if I would have just walked through it twice or three times, I would have been impressed by the immersiveness and some of the technical level. But if I walked through like 5, I was straight up bored. So this finished to number 10.
Dang. Wow.
Yeah. It was as high as like 7 for me at one point. But yeah, it just kind of got boring.
Crazy. Wow. All right.
Yeah. Anyways, you're number 5.
Number 5 for me is Galkin.
Ooh,
and again, this kind of feels like a sin, but Galkin was incredible. It just so happens that I liked a couple of other houses a little bit better. But 5 for out of 10 in this lineup is like high honors, man, because like the lineup was just so good. So Galkin, yeah, nailed it for me in terms of like immersive storytelling. It was a lot of fun. The big ass burning what do they even call it? What is that? The Burning Man?
The Wicker
Man,
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. That was beautiful. That was so cool. So Galkin, number 5 for me.
All right. I don't really have anything to add to that, except I have basically the same thoughts where I think it's a very good house, but it finished number 4 because there was a lot of good houses this year.
Sure.
There's that. So what'd you have for your number 4?
4 for me is Grave of Flesh, man.
Ooh,
and this one,
I love it.
Yeah, man. This one was kind of dancing around between 3 and 4, I must admit. Grave of Flesh was just so much fun. However, from a story perspective, as I'm sure everybody knows, it kind of left a lot to the imagination, a little too much to the imagination. But I don't know, it was just like very silly Halloween fun to me. And the settings, the scenically, it was really, really cool. So yeah, Grave of Flesh, number 4.
And I think the thing is, if you tried to tie that in and rein the story in a bit more, you probably lose a lot of the fun aesthetic in that house. So
Sure.
Are you really gaining anything by getting a clearer story from that? Probably not. You're probably getting a worse house. So thank you, Kelly Malik, for the way you did it.
And never have I ever, in a haunted house, ever been at the bottom of a grave like they achieved it in this house. It was such a cool little effect. Mm-hmm. It, truly kind of eerie. And that felt like super Halloween to me. So from the get-go, I was like, oh, this is going to rip, dude. This is going to be so fun.
And it did. It was fun as fuck.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone's number 10 for some reason. I understand why. I get it. I understand why. Whatever. You're number 3.
Dolls.
Ooh.
And this actually switched spots recently, just with like memory. But Dolls, number 3, because this one to me, again, is very classic Halloween haunted house. The dollhouse, all the twisted toys, the sound design. I mean, it was so much fun. They really nailed it. It really did feel, again, like a Halloween experience to me. And yeah, funny enough, if anybody's listening that is from SoCal as well, this felt to me like a Daniel Miller, Not Scary Farmhouse. And so it kind of made me feel at home. But it was twisted and fun. I feel like he would walk through that and be like, hey, this is dope.
You know, I will say, Daniel Miller and Charles Gray, who made Dolls, have a pretty similar style consistently. So that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, I want to see the team up. I want to see the joint.
Let's do it. Orlando needs more power. Bring them over.
Yes.
Hoard them. So your number. Oh, I didn't really like Dolls, by the way. Sorry. Your number 2.
That's fine. Number 2 is Wyatt 6, man. This one was at number 3, but then just like looking back at what they achieved with that house, it was truly kind of an underdog story for me from the start, because you would see it in the comments, you would see it in the likes. Everybody, when this was announced, like, there was just a small group of people that were excited about it, and everybody else was like, this is never going to work. This is not going to be scary. Wrestling, what, blah, blah, blah. And yet the amount of times on both coasts that I saw people getting fucking floored in this house. Mm-hmm. I mean, talk about eating your words, man. They just killed it. And again, as a WWE fan myself, they really knocked it out, man. In Orlando, they really knocked it out in terms of storytelling and scenic. It was just incredible. Hollywood, I mean, we'll talk about that later. But, Orlando really knocked it out of the park. So number 2.
Very different takes, for sure. Both, yeah. I would say, pretty well received regardless, but very different takes on each coast.
Sure.
And yeah, we have it in the same spot. It was my number 2 this year as well. Absolutely loved it. And I don't watch wrestling at all. So,
wow.
There was a lot of people that had that same sentiment. I don't know anything about wrestling. I don't know anything about the White Six. This house is beautiful. Beautiful. And it was. So your number 1 is obviously a specific house, but I'll let you say it.
El Artista, a Spanish haunting. Sergio, my boy, I hope he's doing all right. I mean, what a fucking phenomenal house, man. This one was the embodiment of Halloween, of truly just if you look up in the dictionary haunted house, it's El Artista. That's all you see is that facade. The ghosts, the effects, the stunts, the settings, the gothic horror of it, the tragic story of the twisted artist. Like, oh my God, bro. And, written by somebody of Spanish, Latin descent. I mean, all the Sergios were fucking Latinos. Like, it was just great, man. It was dope to have representation in the event like this, and to have a killer fucking house, man. Mm-hmm. It's going to be hard to beat this one, because, wow. I mean, what a beautiful little gift. Not little, huge gift. What a beautiful gift that was to Halloween Horror Nights fans, and just fans of Halloween in general, man.
And, while this is a house that didn't hit as high as it possibly could for me, although I think it's still a great house overall, one of the most beautiful houses we've ever seen.
Yeah.
I love the swing they took. Like, maybe it was a bit more than they could consistently handle. The storytelling wasn't always there, depending on the run you got, because of staffing issues. It's normal at a haunt.
Yeah.
But man, if you're getting this close to perfection, right? Like, just a few more things to go right. What do we have coming in the future?
Right. Yeah, man.
We'll see.
Oh.
We'll see.
It was beautiful, friend. Beautiful.
And that's your house rankings. And if you don't have to rank the zones. Just generally, what did you think about the zones and shows even? I don't even know if you watched any.
Yeah, I guess I watched all of them, actually, because I watched... so Hauntophonic was fine. I kind of missed the integration of, like, the IP or even the Universal Monsters. I wanted it to hit a little bit more from that standpoint. But it was fun. Oh, God, I'm blanking on their name, but the fucking Sexy
Fuel
Fire
Girls?
show.
Nightmare Fuel?
Nightmare Fuel. Nightmare Fuel was incredible, as always. The energy is unmatched. I love it. But yeah, the scare zones, man. This was such a strong year for Orlando in terms of scare zones. That is the one area where year after year, I always felt like they lacked, frankly. Although they were still better than Hollywood scare zones. Even the worst Orlando scare zone is probably better than a Hollywood scare zone in general. Sorry, everyone. Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, is anyone going to be bothered by that? Let's be honest.
As it was leaving my mouth, I was like, ooh, this is harsh. Anyways, so yeah, this year in general, Orlando really knocked it out of the park. Great scare zones, great energy, amazing performances from everybody, except for Club HHN, whatever.
Whoa.
Listen,
Club Horror.
Okay,
Thank
sure.
you very much.
Yeah, that zone, quote unquote.
Street experience.
Okay, sure. But I get it. Listen, I think everybody wants to throw ass at a haunt event a little bit. We had it at Dark Harbor. We have it at Not Scary Farm even. So that's fine. There's a place for that there. But yeah, overall, amazing scare zone year. I miss the crooked cat or the crooked lane lady. I miss those cats. That zone, the storytelling was just so cute. I think, I mean, it's at least a top 3 scare zone for me, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the storytelling throughout that zone, phenomenal.
The progression of the kids' transformations, and then just all the show moments they had at the house itself. They really set a standard for like what could go in that zone in particular, because that's a hard space, man.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's a really hard space to populate, but boy, did they do it so well.
Mm-hmm. So, houses, zones, shows. You talked to them. You've been going to Orlando for 7 or 8 years now?
Since 2018. Since 2018.
Yeah, okay. So, you've seen some great years before. How does this compare to the best years you've seen?
This one might be up there as, if not the best, one of the best. To me, when I think of a really good year, 2019 comes to mind as a pretty solid year. And that has kind of set the standard for me on both coasts. And I'm like, well, this year, I think was better than 2019, man.
Wow.
Like they really locked into something. They really locked into something because even the weak points were super enjoyable. And I can't even say that about 2019. Some of those weak points weren't great.
Mm-hmm.
But
Scare
yeah,
zones,
man.
Namely.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So, but it's up there, bro. It's a great, phenomenal year. I miss it. And I kid you not, bro. The day that my frequent fear pass expired, like the final day, after, I was devastated, man, because I was like, well, that's it.
Yeah.
There wasn't any real hope of me going back, but now there really isn't any hope of me going back and seeing it again. I felt it in my heart, bro.
Sitting on a couch in California, devastated that your frequent fear ran out.
And I kid you not, bro. I've watched walkthroughs so much this year, and I'm probably going to do it after this recording.
Well, I'm happy we get to relive these memories and keep doing so forever, because I still watch walkthroughs from, I mean, really, you get kind of POVs starting in like 21. There's some really shitty ones. Before that, you don't see shit good. But, I mean, I go back all the time. So, we'll always have this forever on YouTube.
That's very true, man. And for that, I'm incredibly thankful.
All right. Well, now it is time. We're going to get into our main segment and talk about HHN 2025 in Hollywood, where you are the local. How many nights would you say you went this year? Or if you have an exact number?
Oh, I actually went this year more than I have in the past. I think last year I went 3 times.
Oof.
This year I think I went 6 times, dude.
So doubled up?
Yeah.
All right. So I would assume that's a good sign, but we'll figure out soon if that's true or not.
Sure.
Or if it's just circumstance. We'll hop right into this. The overall event vibe is where we're going to kick off. And you're going to have to carry this one a bit more than me, because I go one night. I go on the RAP tour and I'm flying around. So I get a lot less of the theme and especially the park-wide loop.
It's getting there, dude. It's getting there. It's not the same bullshit dubstep everywhere that we've had in the past. They're doing some fun things with projections throughout the park. I think they're maybe hearing the feedback about the overall ambient of the park, because other times it felt incredibly repetitive, although, it still kind of is. Something about this year, though, I think they are locking into something here that could potentially really change the vibe positively in the following years. Like if they stay on this track, yeah, I mean, we're going to see some great improvement in the vibe overall, because other times it really did just feel kind of cold and repetitive, copy paste.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm like, okay, you're putting some thought into this. You're putting some thought into it.
Yeah, the park to me, in past years at least, I guess in this year, it really, I didn't fully take it in, but it's still my feeling is that it's really just a vessel to get you from house to house, and they don't want you to stick around anywhere else and enjoy the event itself. Just go to the houses. That's it.
And that's so true, man, because our park is so tiny. I mean, especially when you compare it to like Orlando. Orlando has all the room in the world where you can just have people standing around doing absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But Hollywood, on a busy night in Hollywood, it's hard to walk, man. It's hard to use the bathroom. It's hard to get food. It's hard to get drinks. Like, it just gets so busy on a sellout night. So I totally understand where they're coming from when they're just like, hey, go. Just go.
Go stand in a line, please.
Yeah, please.
And you guys had a lot of busy nights this year, it sounded like.
Yeah, man. More than I think last year for sure. A lot of sellout nights. And then any night that I was there, man, be it a Thursday, be it a Wednesday, be it a Sunday, I mean, it was busy. It was just busy. So I think, especially with the lineup this year, Hollywood is getting to the point now where it's like, hey, man, we need to start going maybe into HHN Orlando schedule. Let's add a Wednesday from the get-go. So that way, I don't know, the parks, the nights aren't so packed. Because like now a Thursday used to be my cheat sheet or my cheat to like get better weights. It doesn't work anymore unless you're there past midnight.
Yeah.
It used to be that you can pop in on a Thursday and then you can get the whole park done by 10. It's not that way anymore, man. You really got to game it. You really got to get early entry because it's just so packed.
Well, I guess the hope is they take all that money they made this year and reinvest it right back into making the event better and better every year. So
sure.
Hopefully this is just a trend and it keeps moving that direction. Busier usually means better. Not always, obviously, but
right.
Usually means better.
Yeah, dude.
Let's talk about the merch a little bit. I guess mainly, like, what'd you think about the generic HHN 2025? The vines, that stuff.
It's funny. The actual logo that's on the lineup shirt, I think it's hideous, man. Like,
really?
Just the way that it looks on the shirt itself.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
It looks like a cheap PNG copy paste. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like doesn't look high quality. However, the overall vibe, the overall aesthetic of like the gothic horror, I really enjoyed it. I honestly wouldn't mind if they kind of stuck to this more often than not, because it does feel right. It just feels, especially with the ties to the Universal monsters. I mean, it feels so at home to be kind of gothic and castle-y and stained glass windows and whatever.
It's really something that can just kind of always fit horror nights.
Exactly.
For the most part.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, overall merch was pretty good, man. I there was a lot of pieces that I liked, but funny enough, it was the year where I've bought the least amount of merch.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I will say, in Hollywood, I bought just the like Bloody Hollywood sign hoodie. I think
that
that's
was a
really
huge
cool
hit,
design.
man.
Really cool design. The hat was ugly. Otherwise, I would get a hat with it. But I really like that line. Other than that, I didn't get anything in Hollywood just because nothing else stood out that I couldn't get in Orlando.
Sure.
I did fuck with the Mel's Die-In line a lot, though.
Oh, yeah, man.
So there's that. I don't know. Did you guys got some of that, right? This year?
Oh, I can't remember if we did this year. I know we did last year.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm sure we did this year, too.
Probably. But yeah, I thought strong merch here overall as well. Basically what I thought about the Orlando in our past episode. So won't harp on that too much. One fun addition this year that they had was a free edition for the guests. This was on both coasts. I have none from Hollywood. I don't know if you did it a lot, but the backlot cards.
Dude, what a fun addition to the year, honestly. Like, to be completely honest with you, and I shouldn't say this because now they know. A lot of the reason why I kept going back was to get those cards, man. They actually got my ass to Hollywood to get La Llorona or to get...
Amazing.
Yeah, dude, I have like 4 of them from Hollywood, maybe 5 now. But it worked. It worked. But I hope they bring that back, because you know what? It was free.
Yeah.
Like, how cool that all you had to do was just be there and do join the backlot club, and then you get a nice little prize. Like, that doesn't happen anymore, man.
I know in Orlando they already have them kind of out. Not spread out, but all near each other, but like set up. So it looks like there's going to be further integrations to the Backlot Club and like the portable booths in the future.
Oh, I love it, man. Give me some of those with the Who's of Whoville or with the
Right.
Grinch. I love, yeah.
Or for us, Earl the Squirrel. I mean,
oh yeah, Earl. Know. Yeah, for sure, man.
Of
but
course.
You know what? If they're cute, I'll be there, bro.
Yep, exactly. I'll pick you one up. I got you.
Thanks, man.
And then finally, for just the vibe, before we get into the meat and potatoes, the food and drink. There is one specific location I want to talk about for just generic food and drink. And that is the Slash Bar. Of course, your rotating bar venue. A very interesting choice this year. Were you a fan?
Hey, man, you know, those tacos were actually pretty good.
Okay. I did not try them myself, but...
That's totally all right. I mean, for theme park tacos, they were pretty good. Are they actually like authentic, good street tacos or something that I would go out of my way to a restaurant to get? Nah, man. I got those once and I was like, okay, cool. I'm glad I tried these.
Mm-hmm.
The Slash Bar was fine. I don't know, dude. It's one of those deals where like I always think that Hollywood kind of needs to work better to have more unique food. Every year it's mostly the same base items. The tacos were a nice try for sure. You got to stop giving me cold tortillas though, man. Like what the fuck? Stop it with that. So it was fine, man. It was fine. Slash Bar, good attempt. I mean, I think I would have preferred a different vibe, but whatever. I'm just there to get a drink anyways.
Yeah, I'd definitely say the Weekend Bar was a much more complete version, much more fun version. And I think it showed too because so with RIP, we have our own section for the Slash Bar. And I can tell you, we did not need it whatsoever. There was nobody there. It was so dead. I could not believe it because I used to watch people stand in the Weekend Bar like for an hour. Like it has been crazy there. And then this year, just no one's there. Dead.
You've got a good point, man. Because every time that I was there too, we didn't really wait long. And it used to be, especially for the weekend, I mean, you were sitting there for a minute.
I will say for this location in general, though, keep trying these things because I think this is more the vibe I expect out of Horror Nights. So getting this right and maybe spreading it across the park a bit more would be a huge win.
I agree.
Now, food and drink, I literally can't speak to at all. So you're carrying this one. Have fun.
It could be better. I mean, it's the mac and cheese with the brisket. It's the barbecue. It's the giant hot dog. It's the same items we see every year. I mean, they even brought back the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man now, but with a Jason mask. I'd rather get Panda Express sometimes, that's in the park. I am always envious, and I get it. I understand. We don't have the room, blah, blah, blah. But Orlando, even this year, killed it with the food. I just want more of that. I want something that's unique, something that's different. They tried with the Fallout stuff too, but I don't know. Nothing really it didn't sound worth the price for me at anything at most places. But I did try, like I said, the Slash tacos. They were fine. I'm blanking. Oh, we tried the walking tacos. They were fine too, but that's an Orlando creation, essentially. I don't know. They just need to step it up, man. They need to step it up.
Yeah, it feels like they take incremental steps, like very minuscule steps every year with food, but like it's never enough to be truly noticeable.
Yeah.
So maybe in like 10 years, I'll be like, oh boy, it's decent
Exactly.
now.
Exactly, dude.
But I hope for the better for Hollywood, even though I don't really ever eat anything there that's not included in the RIP tour. So it's not a huge deal to me. I hope it's better for everyone who visits locally or, actually eats there.
Sure, man. And I'll say this much. Most of the times that we ended up eating there, we ended up at Louis getting a slice of pizza. So
there you go.
Come on. Fucking help us out here, please.
And you didn't even have the spaghetti.
No, you're right. Damn it.
Didn't even have the fucking spaghetti.
If that's not in the park next year.
Oh, man. I want it to be in the park right now.
Oh, bro.
Just have that year round. It's so good.
I could go for a slice of that right now for sure, man.
I joked with Fear and Beer a lot towards the end of the season that we would just buy a couple pies and freeze them so we could have them for the next couple months.
I'm kind of mad you didn't.
I know. You would have made a trip over just to have a slice.
Truly. That and a Wawa sub.
Hell yeah. Hoagie. Get it right. Hoagie. It's
Okay,
Wawa.
sorry.
Don't disrespect the Philly culture like that. All right, so let's move on to our shows and zones, where we'll kick it off with the shows. The Returning, The Purge, Dangerous Waters first. I will say right now, I did not watch it this year. It's its third year in a row being here. I have limited time. I was tearing through the houses as much as I could instead of seeing a repeat. So, any differences? Still as good as always? What was the deal with Dangerous Waters?
They added a stunt or two. I feel like there was definitely a couple more fire stunts this year. Pretty much the same for the most part, though. I personally really enjoy the show. Every season I make a point to watch it at least once. The theater always does get pretty full, which is nice. But I love a theme park stunt show. I grew up watching theme park stunt shows. So the fact that we have one at Horror Nights makes me incredibly happy. I know it's not everybody's bread and butter, but you know what? I'll take this over the fucking Jabberwockies any day. And if we ever go back, boy, am I going to be bummed.
Yeah, please don't. Please don't. And I will say, even though I didn't watch it this year, I do think Dangerous Waters is a phenomenal show. Not just for HHN, but like a great show in general.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind, honestly, if it just kind of sticks around. Just spice it up a little bit every year. Small tweaks here and there. And I think that's perfect. Keep it going. Fits very well. And I hate to admit, I also didn't see the other show, Chainsaw Man, The Chaos. I'm just really starting out hot here. So, John, I do know you saw this as well. What'd you think?
Boy, hooray for Hollywood, eh, Duff?
Hey, there's things I like. We'll get to it. Don't worry.
Chainsaw Man was fun. Another IP that I'm not super familiar with, but I think they did a pretty good job of kind of introducing you to the world. I'm not like, I don't not like anime, but I also don't really watch anime. But it was cool to be exposed to this. I thought the story itself was pretty fun. This was, I think, shipped over from Universal Japan, right?
Yes, and apparently it was literally just the show.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing, copy paste over to us. So it was. I mean, it's cool. It's fun. It's funny because it ends in Universal Japan. Mm-hmm. Like the theater gets destroyed, and you see Universal Japan.
Oh, very Soren of it.
Yeah, exactly. So it was kind of funny to see that and then be like, "Oh, that's not our park. That's not our globe." But it was fine. I think it's a better use of the space than Chucky, maybe.
Okay.
I still wouldn't mind seeing Chucky come back, but with, I don't know, some sort of different format. Or even Jack the Clown with something like that. I don't know, dude. But they got to figure out something with that space that's worth the wait, because I think anybody that waited more than 20 minutes for this was probably kind of pissed.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's also why I didn't touch it. It's just something that takes time regardless. Yeah. And I promise I'm going to be nice about Hollywood at some point. There were other things I wanted to do. So, all right, let's hop into our zones, where, of course, we have 4 of those. And we're going to start at the front gates. Actually, let's just combine these two. The front gates and New York Street, where we have Chainsaw Clowns coming into Carnival of Carnage, which I will say right off the bat, I do appreciate that there was an attempt to blend these two a bit instead of having completely conflicting zones right next to each other that bleed into each other. Yeah. So doing it this way, at least it all felt cohesive and really just kind of felt like one huge zone because of that.
100%, dude. And I'll take that. I will take that over what we've had in the past for sure. Mm-hmm. Although, again, I just keep going back to, I want more from the from the Hollywood scare zones. Orlando has really laid a great foundation of like how it can be done to have like a really immersive scare zone. That in Hollywood has just not really tapped into that. Mm-hmm. They kind of did the first year. Well, I won't skip ahead. I'll keep it to this to this zone. Yeah, I don't know. Spirits and Demons of the East was probably the best use of this space, and I'd love to see it revert to something like that. A little bit more scenic, a little bit more fun. But I will say, man, did you get to experience the mosh pit out there?
I did. Yes, I did. That is a lot of fun. A lot of
fun. Yeah. I do love the Ice Nine Kills fucking little performance that they do with the mosh pit, and Art the Clown. The Scaramony is fun, man. The Scaramony is fun. That's the kind of energy that I love, and that's what I think our scare zones lack is like the theater of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to see some story play out. Like Orlando did it really well this year, where like you see the story play out in the zones. You don't really have to sit there for 5 minutes to get the whole story. You listen to like a 20-second little bit, and then you're like, oh, it's the Toxic 20s. This guy crashed. It came out of here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need. I want that for Hollywood, man.
I will say a positive of this location, and this isn't me saying don't get more immersive and more story driven, but the way it's laid out, it kind of lets very talented scare actors just be very talented scare actors.
Oh, for sure.
They have the personality they have in this location specifically is just phenomenal.
Yes.
And it's kind of one of those things that it's almost what I expect, like Fright Fest at Magic Mountain, like that kind of energy from scare actors.
Oh, for sure, man. We got to get you out to Fright Fest one of these years, man. You got to check it out. You got to check it out. And listen, I've said this before, but I want to reiterate it every single time. When I talk down on the scare zones in Hollywood, I don't talk down on the performers at all, because man, they go out there and they kill it. They aren't given a ton to work with, and yet the energy is high. They're running around doing bits, scaring. They're out there doing all kinds of crazy fun shit. The stilt performers are really great. The energy is always high, and I appreciate the hell out of that. It's always me just being like, damn it, I wish they would give you guys more to do, more toys to play with, essentially, because they do a great job out there.
Definitely, they do. So let's move over to French Street, to really the only zone location where you can say they do have something to work with a bit every year, and this year too, with Noche de Brujas.
Yeah, man. Noche de Brujas is, again, it's one of those zones where I'm like, you're almost there. You're on your way to greatness, but I just want a little bit more. Like, did you get to witness their little summoning that they did around the cauldron?
I did not, no.
So they did a little show moment every now and then around the cauldron. It wasn't anything crazy. I kind of wanted a little bit more from it. It kind of just fizzled out at the end. But again, I'm like, okay, this is the energy. This is what I want. Some storytelling, some world building. People are here anyways. Give them something to look at. Like, yeah, they stand around the cauldron and maybe they pull a skull out of it or something. I don't know. You know, give them something to do with it. It's fun. It's fine. Again, the performers really bring a fun energy, but I just want them to have more to play with. And this zone in particular has gotten incredibly repetitive in that we're using the same damn little rolling dioramas and the same kind of strategy of just put shit, big shit, tall shit in the way. That's not immersion, friend. That's, it feels like a party city sometimes.
And while I will say that makes it the most fleshed out location of all, it's almost frustrating, especially since it's been going on for so long.
Sure.
That like you could literally they're leaving very few gaps between these props, by the way. Literally just start attaching them, tying them together, making them one cohesive aesthetic across.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Make it a full set piece.
Yes.
What a crazy thought. I know. Who would have thought? Because I think if you go back to like front gates, if you go to New York Street, you can make the argument that maybe there's not enough space to really make an immersive zone.
Sure.
That's not the case here because they literally use the space that they could be using to do that.
Absolutely. And you look at something like Masquerade, dude, that like it wasn't the most immersive in terms of like crazy set pieces, but it was cohesive. Mm-hmm. What they did have was incredibly cohesive, and the set pieces were unique to each other. So it kind of felt like you were truly building a world. Right here, it really does feel like, I don't know, a roller coaster tycoon. We're going to build a scare zone, and here's all these props that I'm just going to lay out in kind of in order. Yeah, you're totally right, man.
So, yeah, just a bunch of the same here. I still think on a technical level, it's probably the best scare zone. But again, it gets a little frustrating how repetitive it is. Yeah. And now we're going to move on to our final one with Murder of Crows, which came back, correct me if I'm wrong, basically the same as last year.
Yeah, pretty much. There's more eggs now, so there's probably going to be more crows next year.
Oh, boy.
So the story continues.
Here's one thing I will give Hollywood. Your crow designs are 10 times better than what was brought to Orlando. So There you go.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Orlando Crows did look a little stubby, a little odd.
Yeah, that's
but
a good way to put it. Less menacing.
Yeah.
Less fun in general. The design, not necessarily scare actors, but like the
Yeah,
design itself. The Hollywood ones are like scary, but also whimsy.
Sure.
I love the designs; they look great. There's something that can keep coming back again as long as they keep making tweaks here and there.
Edgar Allan Crow, our Lord and Savior. I'm glad that we have him.
Was he on a card this year?
Oh, I don't think he was, dude.
Really? No way.
We had the King Crow.
Oh, that's what it was.
Oh, dude, you're right. We got robbed. Hey, we got robbed.
But Hollywood like opposes calling him Edgar Allan Crow, right? That's like a fan thing, and Hollywood doesn't actually buy into that. Or
I'm
kind of that.
I don't know John Murdy addresses him as Edgar Allan Crow.
Oh, well, then probably not.
Yeah.
I'm probably wrong then. That's fine.
I want to see like the little studio. What were they called? Studio screamers or whatever. Yes, yeah. I wonder what the name was on that one.
It wasn't Edgar Allan Crow. I remember that.
Okay, then maybe it isn't canon. Interesting.
Well, I'm gonna go tweet John. He'll probably answer that real quick.
That's true.
But that is it for zones and shows. And I'm gonna be honest. There's no need for me to rank this. I didn't see the shows. And which zone is technically my favorite, and after that, it kind of doesn't really matter as much. So,
you know what's funny, Duff? Yeah. You know what's hilarious?
What's hilarious?
You're missing one.
Am I really? Wait. Oh, jeez. was that even listed as an official one?
I mean, I think so.
Was
dude.
It really?
I think so. The Hellbillies, the Hellbullies.
Oh man, I thought it was just like a side thing that wasn't technically his own.
I mean, it had a name, and
I guess so.
I think it was in the map. Now I'm second guessing it for sure, but that's so funny, bro. And I think it's also because RIP might take you down a different.
No, we still walk down by it.
Okay.
I will say when we did it, there was nothing there yet. So.
Interesting.
Because it was like before the event had I guess it just officially started when we went down there. So
very interesting. Because man, they do have performers. They have performers. They have ghillie people. They have people in masks. So
I guess
it's
technically
a zone.
Or maybe it's kind of like the Orlando street experience.
Sure,
it's like the Orlando term we use this year.
They did something similar to this a couple of years ago when they still had the animal actors stage.
Mm-hmm.
They called it a scare area.
Is that what they officially called it? Because I remember, what was that little space called? It was fucking badass, first of all. I loved it.
It was like very witchy.
Because that was like where the crow was born, wasn't it? Isn't that what it came out of?
Maybe.
I think that was the original appearance, right?
Maybe.
I remember it was like a huge deal that year. Was that 22?
You know what? I'm going to have to trace the origins, man.
I think that might be the case. But I remember loving that area, and it was also great for scares.
Yeah.
Which was fun to watch, so yeah. But yeah, so Scaria. There we go. We'll call it a Scaria as well.
Scaria.
My Scaria ranking is Hellbillies. There you go. Number 1.
Congrats.
You really beat out the competition. Good job. All right, it is time. Let's get to our houses and our tram together. So the way we're going to do this, go through them one by one as we have been, and then afterwards, we'll give you the rankings for the houses. I should have asked you, did you have zone rankings, or do you also not really care to rank them?
No, they're all
okay.
Ranked the same.
I figured. I just thought it would be nice to ask you, because maybe you were like, you know what? I really do have clear rankings this year.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Again, I love you all out there. You guys are killing it in the zones. You get performers, you're killing it.
Not a scare actor thing, again.
Yeah. But boy, do I want you guys to have it. You deserve better. You deserve better. Mm-hmm. Okay, anyways.
All right, so I'm really not going into this any specific way. This is how they were listed in HHN Wiki. So we're going to kick it off with Five Nights at Freddy's. And this is a pretty fun one, because I did mention I have some thoughts about the differences. How minimal they may appear, I disagree. But first, John, I'll let you go. What'd you think about Five Nights in Hollywood?
I mean, it's funny that it is basically scene for scene, the same one from Orlando. I noticed it right away. Like we were going through Five Nights at Freddy's, and I lean over to Ariana and I'm like, this is not a Murdy Williams house. I just felt it right away. And so we exit, and then we go to Wyatt 6. In the middle of Wyatt 6, I lean over to Ariana and I was like, this is a Murdy Williams house. So FNAF felt very different from the get-go, which is pretty nice. It was kind of nice to have that. And it's funny because I feel like it felt longer than, God, what was there last year, Duff? I'm blanking on it. Good Lord. It's all blurring together.
Oh, shit.
Not the weekend. It was.
No, it was. It was the weekend. It was the weekend. Nightmare Trilogy.
Was it really last year?
Yeah.
Woof. Okay. Then it felt longer than Nightmare Trilogy, and Nightmare Trilogy felt pretty long to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, that had some black hallways to pad it. That's why.
That's true. So, anyways, yeah, man, I enjoyed it for what it was, but I'm also still and will forever be pissed that we didn't get all 3 figures on that damn stage. It looked so fucking silly to have Freddy up there by himself and the 2 curtains with the projections on it.
Yeah.
What a waste.
And I guess we can spoil this now because I know there's a lot of people who's like, well, you don't get it. That's 3 animatronics. That's so expensive. The secret, it was only 1 animatronic, just like Hollywood. The other 2 were puppets.
Right.
They were not.
Right.
We didn't have triple the animatronics on that stage. It was not that much more expensive. It was just 2 more puppets. That's it.
I just don't understand why we couldn't get those 2 in addition. Like, what happened? Did somebody drop them? Did they fall off the back of the truck? What happened there? But I just don't get it. I don't understand it. And boy, did it just bring the vibe and the quality down to not have them up there. The rest of the house was fine, but I'm just like, bro, that was 2 more figures. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of the Hellbillies then if you need more budget, you idiot.
Those 2 big-ass Hellbillies probably cost the same price as the 2 puppets.
Truly,
let's be honest.
Truly.
And they were goofy as fuck. You didn't need them anyways.
Why were they bent like that?
Poor guys had scoliosis, and we're laughing at him for it.
Somebody save us. Ramon, save us, please. Somebody.
So yeah, I think
John
this
Cook, please.
It's interesting because they've worked off the same treatment before, but you can still walk into the house and go, yeah, the Hollywood difference and the Orlando difference, got that. But this one is like, I feel the closest they've ever come to like trying to replicate the exact same thing as each other.
100%, dude. 100%.
So we already talked about a big glaring one, right? Like that opening scene. I think in Hollywood's still cool, but if you've seen Orlando's, especially first, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's fine, I guess. Yeah. It's not as wow-inducing. Maybe you say you like the facade better just because you can really get a full good look at it, and it's not like a small reveal. I don't know. That's a personal thing. It doesn't really matter either way. For me, the huge difference, while literally having everything laid out almost exactly the same, it takes a huge step down on the immersiveness level, which is wild. It's just like the small details. Like I think of like the maintenance bay, right? In Orlando, I literally felt like I was in a maintenance bay. In Hollywood, I felt like, oh, there's like a work desk. Oh, there's the animatronic head getting fixed. Oh, and some shelves and shit. It wasn't immersive. It was just the shit was there, so you know what it is. I didn't feel like I was in it. I just knew where I was. And I feel like that was the entire house for me. And I think that's like the biggest difference between the 2 coasts. There is a level of detail put in Orlando that Hollywood usually doesn't match. And, sometimes they can hide it through other tactics. But when you're building off the same exact treatment, you can't hide from it.
Sure.
And they just could not match the detail and immersiveness that was in Orlando's.
And I will say this much, though. I do wonder if a lot of that comes down to the layout, the space that they had, because there were definitely differences to the layout and to the spacing.
Yeah, I think like the security room, you like took a different route through, so clearly there was something different there. But I mean, I'm literally just talking about the small details.
No, for sure, man.
The tools, the texture on the walls, the shit like that.
There is a nuance. There is an attention to detail And listen, Hollywood is incredibly detailed. When they do get detailed, they knock it out of the park. They do a great job. Orlando, however, I just noticed that every room does feel lived in a way that is really impressive. So I can kind of hear what you're hinting at for sure, man. I'm taking my Orlando glasses off for a second.
All right, good. Yeah. I need you to start defending Hollywood at some points. I definitely need sure. that. Because normally that would be Jonathan, Jonathan doing that, not you. So I need John to fill in for John, all right?
Hello, John.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's still fine. Just, I noticed a pretty large, but yet very minimal difference from Orlando.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so after that, we're going to move on over to Fallout. Which is in the UBE space. And once again, I don't think utilized to its full potential, even though, correct me if I'm wrong, John kind of promised it would be this year.
I mean, yeah.
He's like, this is the year. We got it fully. It's time. And then it just kind of felt like basically the same usage it's always had.
Yeah, no, it was basically this. Yeah, it was the same footprint, I feel like. And if it wasn't, boy, what a waste of space. Oh, man.
And since I just kind of shit on Hollywood, I'm happy this went to Fallout because I actually am a bit positive here. I do think that this is slightly better than Orlando's version. I'll be honest, I don't love either version overall, but I appreciate that Hollywood tried to actually let us walk into the super duper mart. Facade and all. I appreciate that there was actual moments where the ghoul was fully interacting with you and not just quickly coming in and out like in Orlando.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. I was surprised by the difference between the two. Hollywood's did feel more theatrical. Now, I will say, to me at least, especially as someone who hasn't watched the series, neither coast did a great job of telling me what the fuck was going on.
No, absolutely not.
It's just like, oh, there's a cowboy with a red face. Cool. Yeah.
I don't know if you agree, but I would say Hollywood told the story a bit better.
A little bit, because they had that scene or that soundbite where it was like, whatever happened here happened a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So there's moments like that where, if you're listening, you can hear a little bit more of the background. Orlando didn't really have too much of that.
No.
But even that being said, the bar is in hell, so I wouldn't really pat Hollywood on the back for one repetitive sound bite.
No. I don't think it was a phenomenally well done job, especially of storytelling.
Yeah.
But I liked the way they approached the property more than Orlando. Yeah, Orlando's like, I'm just going to try to build some of these sets and here's the characters. And Hollywood's like, let's actually try to present this to you in a way that you can, even if I'm not giving you the story, you can kind of understand what's happening while you're here.
Right.
And where you are. And not, because in Orlando, it felt like you're just teleporting at times.
Oh, totally, man.
In Hollywood, I actually felt like, all right, this is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. So,
right.
Good on them there, I guess.
Yeah, man. And it's funny because Fallout here in Hollywood specifically felt like a fan fest night experience. The way that the rooms were laid out, the spacing of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood does have this issue to me, though, where it doesn't make full use of the space very well. Nothing feels lived in or close, and nothing feels tight.
Yes.
Everything feels kind of big. And I think for parts of Fallout, it definitely worked. For other parts, I was just like, I don't know, man. This feels kind of empty. And I think the routes could have been a little tighter, a little scarier.
Yeah.
Knott's does a great job of doing that. Orlando does a great job of doing that. I think Hollywood needs to do that as well, man.
The Super Duper Mart actually sticks out as a moment for me where it felt too spaced out.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great approach with the 4 scare actors, how they could utilize the freezers and actually fully come in and out. And
right.
That's cool. They were 15 feet away from you, though.
Yeah, there should have been a reason for us to get close to the freezers. It should have they should have made us kind of route around in a funny way where you have no choice but to walk right by these. Like Orlando, you have no choice but to walk between them, and that's a great setup. Hollywood didn't deliver that, but they did have the facade, so I'll give them that much.
And for me, a huge moment and a huge missing factor for Orlando was the Yogwai Bear.
Oh yeah, man, dude, that bear,
Cool as
ooh,
fuck. I thought not only was it a really cool like puppet itself, the whole scene was cool. How it was laid
yeah,
out and the
yeah.
interaction with the scare actor, very
It
fun.
felt incredibly cinematic. It did feel
Hmm.
like you were the camera in that moment, and you pan over to the bear as it's attacking. But man, dude, they killed it with that bear. It looks so
Oh
good.
yeah.
It looks so fucking good
Why did that look so good and the ghoul masks look so bad?
because they ran out of budget after the bear.
But how? And I'm not just talking ghouls. I'm talking about the ghoul, Walton Goggins' ghoul.
Ah,
That face did not look good. That was a bad mask. That's the one mask you had to get right in this house. That's the one. That's it. Oh, speaking of, I forgot to talk about it. Why the fuck were the kids in FNAF wearing masks? Are you fucking serious?
oh yeah, that
That's
was weird.
lazy.
Yeah,
Lazy. Anyways, back
yeah.
to Fallout.
Hollywood loves doing that.
Uh, yeah, regardless of skin color. Mm.
I almost
Um,
spit out my water, but it's true. Oh, brother.
yeah, I think overall, especially where this year stands, it was a fine house. Definitely didn't blow me away, but it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the other hand, our next house, Jason Universe, I think I had this as my most hyped. I don't know what I did with my hype list. I tried to find it. It was gone. And I wasn't going to listen to the whole podcast again. So I'm pretty sure this was my number one on my hype list. And yeah, I loved it. I thought it hit the notes very well. So one thing I knew I would like is the approach Murdy took by giving it the storyline of it being like
Yeah.
this camp and you're following these content creators who are basically trying to profit off death, real life death. This is a
Yeah,
real thing
dude.
that happens too. So like, very cool. I like that. I love when he picks on content creators. That makes it a lot of fun. But just having a story to kind of bring you to Camp Crystal Lake instead of just like, I'm here now.
Yeah,
like
for
that.
sure, man. It was a really fun case of like Hollywood taking an IP and like so that was my biggest issue with Legacy of Leatherface was that there really was no story.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of saw a ton of Leatherfaces in this meat warehouse, but it didn't really tell anything. I loved this approach with Jason because it made it just a really fun time, man.
Yeah.
And truly, Duff, to your point, anytime that he makes fun of us influencers, I'm like, you know what? Fair.
I would
Because
too.
we give you a hard fucking time, bro.
I'd be murdering us all every
Yeah.
single year. Every year.
But yeah, man, this is another one where it felt fan fest like in that you were really enjoying the moments. It really felt like you were in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
or in this world, in such a fun way. It just felt like old school HHN Hollywood in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can exactly describe it, but there's just something about the edge, something about the humor where I'm like, oh, okay, this is a return to form. And I think
Mm-hmm.
this is one of those where I'm like, see, Hollywood can fucking do it.
Yeah. It struck the balance very well.
Yeah.
Very well. And
Yeah.
I actually want to bring it back to the way you described the Yaguai bear scene as cinematic. And I felt like most of the scenes in this house were very cinematic. You were just kind of taking in this badass kill or this badass moment.
Yeah.
Like the Jason's Live portion. When I compare that to Orlando, you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
Hollywood
dude.
knocked it out of the fucking park.
Oh,
What a
yeah,
great
man.
little effect to actually make me feel Jason catching that bolt of lightning and coming back.
Yeah, dude. So cool, man. Lots of great use of Pepper's Ghost. I mean, again, this is a house that really blew me away. I didn't really expect much from it, to be honest with you. I was like, oh, for sure, this is the Black Wall house. But no, man, the forest scenes felt very fleshed out. The scenic, they tried some really fun things. They kind of broke the mold with this one, and I appreciate the hell out of that.
And I will say, it is home to one of my top 5 moments across any haunt this year. And
Is it
that
the
is
arrow?
the archery kill.
Ah, yeah, man.
So simple, but so fucking cool. And like, why can't we utilize tactics like that more often? Because that worked so well. Not only could it be scary, because I watched it scare people, it was fucking hilarious when you caught the full thing.
Yeah, man. And the hype. I can't tell you how many times I would see that go down in either my group or somebody else's group, or everyone in the room is just like, oh!
Mm-hmm.
People love that moment. So yeah, this one was fun, dude. They did a great job with this one.
Yeah, I was very pleased. So it lived up to my hype on my hype list at the very least. So
Perfect.
thank you, John. You knocked it out. I guess you too, John, but Murdy specifically. All right, we
Keep
are.
it up.
Please, please. I think we might go down a little bit coming up here. We have a little stretch maybe. Anyways, next we're gonna head over to Monstros 3, which I know yourself, just like us here at 365, are very concerned that we're just doing the same format again. And our biggest complaint with Monstros 2 was that the format was exactly the same as the first one. And I don't think we were completely wrong. But
No.
for me, it wasn't as bad of an effect, I guess.
Which is funny, man. I mean,
listen, I think the La Llorona love just really helps. And
yeah,
I think
fair.
I really liked the finale and how they presented that. Just like the scrim scene, I guess you'd call it.
Sure.
And I love the little kitty. He had a little kitty now.
Yeah, very fair, man. Very fair. I mean, I'm curious, Duff. What did you like overall? Is this where would you rank it with the other monsters?
Probably 2. I think it's only better than 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first one's still the best. If this was all brand new La Llorona stuff, like if we hadn't seen these scenes before, this might be number 1 for that alone, because this is just stuff that's ripped from the 2022 La Llorona, and that is my favorite Hollywood house ever. So, like, I don't love seeing repeats, but if you're going to pull out the best scenes from my favorite thing and stick it in a house that otherwise would be mediocre, yeah, it might help. It definitely might help.
For sure, man. For sure. Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I love. I'm right there with you. I love La Llorona in Hollywood. It was weird to see it back, kind of in such a similar way, but I kind of knew it was going to happen anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, I enjoyed the house, but I'm just bummed that I don't know, man. This whole 3 monsters sharing a stage thing is just overkill for me. And I'm to the point now where, like, if it continues being this, man, it's just like, it's so boring. Like, do something else, please. Like, or let's see La Llorona in a different environment. Like this, I love La Llorona too, man, but the copy and paste kills me, bro.
Yeah, and I know,
me. Like,
I know some people don't mind it at all, and if that's you, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. And listen, there's an added element to it too, man. I'm Mexican, I'm Latino, I have those roots. I'm just like, bro, you're not even telling a story, Murdy. You're not really telling a story.
It's the laziest way to present this.
Yeah, man. And it's just like, if you're gonna do it right, bro. Like, there's so much more you could do with this format or with these Latin American legends that I just don't think they're being done justice. But there was an effort this year to switch it up. Some of the scenic was pretty fun, so I'll give it that much. Mm-hmm. But I'm ready for something else, man.
And I guess we should stick this in here while we're kind of complaining about being the same 3 years in a row. Murdy has directly come out and said, "This is the end of the Monstros trilogy. We're done. We're moving on to something else." And then kind of alluded to being something else that's similar, but not Monstros. And the second I saw that, I went, so it's just going to be the same format, different name, right?
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
all that's going to happen.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's a bummer. But, again, this is one where I went through, and anytime that I did go through, people were getting scared left and right. The cast was killing it. There is some beautiful imagery in there that I do enjoy. I love the added scene to La Llorona where she's outside banging on the window, and there was kids sitting around their abuelita fucking hearing the horror story.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like, okay, bitch, at least you got that. But like, yeah. Either way, it's fun. But I'm just, it's not being done 100% justice, and that's what kills me.
Mm-hmm. Funnily enough, I do believe our Hollywood correspondent, Kevin, was also very, very tired of Monstros already. And this ended up being his favorite Monstros, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
So next time you see Kevin on a live or something, talk shit to him if you don't agree. Do it.
Do it.
All right, let's move on to the next one, where we are going to talk about Terrifier. John, I kind of hated Hollywood's Terrifier.
Tell me why, Duff.
Can I tell you what I liked about it instead? That might be a little bit quicker. There's really not much. Man, I think they missed the mark fully, to be completely honest. And I'm going to say it. Those masks.
Oh, bro.
They all looked like bobbleheads. Every art looked like a bobblehead. What? First of all, the mask just didn't look very good. But then why was it also so fucking big?
Yeah, man. It was atrocious. It was a crime. I mean, I don't understand it.
Like, I understand you're not going to throw prosthetics on every single art. Orlando didn't do that. They only put it on 3 in the house.
Right. But we didn't get any.
None?
We didn't get a single fucking one. Get rid of the hillbillies. Don't give me the hillbillies. Give me Art the Clown with an actual face.
Oh, man.
Oh.
It also just kind of had nothing. So, comparing to Orlando, I know people hate this, and some people love it. It was a fun house. It was his fun house.
Right.
That's what it was. That's where you were. What the fuck was going on in this one?
Bro, the fact... Okay, Duff, I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt here for a second because I need a rant. This is one of your big IPs, right? This is like the big get. It's on your shirts. You have him walking throughout the park. You got this really pretty fun facade. Why is the first fucking thing I see a gray hallway?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? This is your big deal. You got the director all excited for this, and he walks into a gray, plain hallway, brother?
Mm-hmm.
What in the fuck, man? It looked like fucking sponge paint from the 2000s. Like, what are we doing here? And then following that, you walk into The Shining, like with the newspapers all over the wall. Like, they did that same trick in that house. But why a printed vinyl everywhere? Like, what? Why? This is how you're telling the story? Why?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You need to learn about the Miles County Clown through the wallpaper, I guess.
Through the giant newspapers. Good God, what an embarrassment.
Yeah. I mean, terrible way to start it, but then also, like, so I know the stories technically that were also in his funhouse again, but, like, was there any attempt to show that throughout the house, or was the facade it?
I think it was just the facade, man, because my biggest thing is that at times I'm like, are we in a house? Is this a hotel room?
It felt like it. Obviously, you have the gimmicky chicken exit where, like, you must be in a house of some sorts, right?
Oh, no, I meant like a literal house. Like, not a haunted, not a meta haunted house. Like, I couldn't oftentimes really nail where we were. Because at times it did feel like we were in a fun house, but other times it felt like, we're in a warehouse all of a sudden. Like,
it just felt like a cheap way to, like, get you to the best of art.
Right.
That's it. It didn't actually feel like you were in this funhouse at any point. And except at least the facade. And again, I think the chicken exit, maybe you can give it credit there.
Right. There was an attempt there, at least, for sure. And listen, Orlando's Terrifier was dead last for me. I would go through that anytime before. I would wait the full wait to see Orlando's.
All 165 minutes or so?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Overseeing and waiting for Hollywood's. Because, brother, woof.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people in Hollywood liked this. And I don't know if this is a case of seeing Orlando's maybe kind of ruins it, but I don't think so, because you saw Terrifier in Hollywood first, and you immediately had this reaction, right?
Well, no, I didn't see Terrifier.
Oh, you didn't? That's right. That was the only house you didn't do, right?
Because it was a crazy wait, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just not going to do it. I have no interest. And I'm glad I didn't. Duff, had I waited, I think it was listed at like 80 minutes. Had I waited for that, had I waited 40 minutes for that, I would have been so pissed, bro. I would have been so mad.
Yeah,
so I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, it was just kind of a letdown across the board. Again, I'll talk about the positives because I do think there are, like one. I think the chicken exit is a fun concept. It's very obvious what's happening. I do think on one of my run-throughs, Art was doing a very good job of literally just looking like an ops team member that ended up scaring the shit out of someone because of that.
Nice.
That was fun. That's cool. And then leading to like the backstage scene where I've noticed from what other people say, and also in walkthroughs, that they had audio trouble, like timing it up. Like the guy, like,
yes,
hey bro, I told you not to fuck with me while I'm on break, or whatever the fuck he says.
They never really did.
And like the
seem
audio
to, like,
never lined up, but
no,
but it always did for me.
Oh, interesting.
One, it didn't because he wasn't there, but I think I saw it 4 times where he was actually there, or 3 times where he was actually there. Always lined up, and I thought that was a really fun moment that kind of embodied what Art is more than anything else in that house.
Sure.
That's all I got.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, bro. This was a huge letdown, and I'm sorry to anybody who waited a long time for this. But listen, a lot of you seem to enjoy it, so good for you, I guess.
Good for you. All right, let's move on now to Scarecrow music by Slash. Of course, Scarecrow, a loved house in Orlando, a loved house in Hollywood.
A loved house in Las Vegas.
A loved house in Las Vegas. Did Slash make or break this for you this year?
I bought into it, Duff, but there was a second there where I was like, nope, this killed it. Because there was an intensity to the score of the first Scarecrow house that we got in Hollywood that was more cinematic. It was a little more scary, a little more horrifying. I guess because I'm a local, because I've seen it again, and because I kind of knew what this was going to be, which is a complete copy and paste, I was like, well, fuck it. I guess spice it up a little with a new soundtrack then. I ended up kind of love-hating that song by the end of the season. We made fun of it so much that it kind of started getting stuck in my head.
So you're just singing it like on the daily now, or humming
oh
it,
yeah,
I
man.
guess.
Oh, the King of Crow. Yeah, man. I mean, it's in there. It's in there. But I think if it ever comes back, it should be without the Slash score.
Yeah. Well, I just hope it doesn't come back again.
It'll be back.
Why do you do this? Why do you say these things? I have to want to spend money and do this, John. You know that? You're not making me want to spend my money.
Enjoy that write-off, man.
What write-off? Yeah, it actually kind of ruined it for me. I'm not going to lie. So
fair.
Outside of the facade, I did not mind it, and I thought it was kind of cool. But then throughout the entire house, it's just the same riff with an electric guitar over and 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 over. Tonally, it fucked the house up a bit for me. Like, the music didn't add to any moments. It was just over the top of it at all times. It did not fit the era you were in at any point.
Right.
It's such a... It's a house that's built purely off its, like, mood, right? Like, the original Scarecrow. That's such a huge part of it. Just the feel. And it loses that 100% when you toss this score in.
Yeah, for sure.
So it actually kind of ruined this house. Obviously, there's still a lot of strong points of the house on its own, so it didn't like ruin it to the point where this is like going to be my least favorite house of the year. But this was one of my top 3 favorite Hollywood houses of all time, and this one is very much not. I think sometimes people forget how important elements like sound design are in a 100%, house.
100%, man. 100%.
And this is a phenomenal example of how important it is. How you can take what is a great house and fuck it up with one switch of audio.
On tone alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, Slash.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, he doesn't go fuck. He got his paycheck. All right, moving on to horrors of the Wyatt Six. I will say this Q experience was always interesting. The way you had to approach it was...
It was the dumbest thing that I have ever seen a theme park do, man. Honestly, it was...
the amount of times I watched people just kind of walk through like the RIP line and not have like make it all the way up, and then finally someone's like RIP or Express. They're like, no. It's like, nope, go that way and then all the way the fuck down.
Yeah, dude.
You know this attraction? Go behind it. Yeah, that was weird. I'm very happy I had RIP, or if you had Express, it also worked pretty well, I guess.
Sure.
Because that standby situation looked like ass.
And it was.
Anyways, the house itself, I enjoyed it, man. I had a good time. Very, very different than Orlando's. It really didn't explore anything other than the Wyatt Six themselves and Bray's story and like how those go together. That's it.
Sure.
But we got very fleshed out rooms for each of the Wyatt Six. And I did like that. So it was just one of those houses that kind of like, and I say this about the Orlando one too, so it's kind of funny. It also fits here. It feels like a Horror Nights house. At the end of the day, it hits the tones right. It's dark. It's got decent scares. And I think the character design is just good. It's just really good character design. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the power behind it that Orlando's does or the emotion involved.
No.
But on its own, it stands as a very strong house still, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I can agree with that for sure. I can't help but feel robbed in Hollywood after experiencing Orlando's Wyatt Six. It literally is like if you took the third act of the Wyatt Six house in Orlando, that's Hollywood. Like that's the tone.
Correct.
You kind of start in the compound and you don't leave the bayou at all. You're just in the bayou the whole time. But to your point, Duff, I mean, it was fun, and I think it did get people scared at times. I couldn't look past some of the Hollywood isms that were present.
They definitely were, unfortunately.
Yeah. The Murdy Williams isms. Again, this is the house where I after we went through FNAF, I was like, oh yeah, this is a Hollywood house. Because you just feel it in the way that things are laid out. However, I think there was a good attempt being made. Especially, I don't think Murdy is familiar with the source material at all, so he got some help from the Orlando folks. But yeah, man, it was fine. It was fine. It was cool seeing the Wyatt Six, of course, because I'm a fan of WWE. I'm a fan of them. I just couldn't help but walk through that every time and be like, I wish this was Orlando's house.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Because that one just does hit so hard, and it's just so good.
Mm-hmm. I will say one aspect I liked a lot is kind of getting that like stretched out detail of each character. Is that like for Abby, we got like to go through the woods and to like the witch's hut, if you will, like those additional things that we didn't quite get in Orlando because it was a little bit more condensed. Because like you said, that's just kind of the final third of our house, and that was it.
Yeah.
Also, the Huskus room smelled atrocious. That's like a top 3 worst smell. I am someone who just smells really don't bother me at HHN, and I wouldn't say it bothered me, but it's definitely one where I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
This
pretty
shit
gross,
stinks.
Dude. Pretty gross.
That will make some stomach turn for sure. That location might smell like that for a while, actually.
Oh, God, I hope not.
Yeah, solid house. Moving on, we do have a repeat once again with Poltergeist. And I think for me, there's one huge disappointing aspect about this. There was one factor about the original that pissed people off, and it was the extremely extended black hallway. Mm-hmm. It comes back 7 years later. Mm-hmm. Murdy promises some changes. Did he address the black hallway that people hate so much? No. He added a fucking clown. Bro, what? 7 years and that's your addition? He was talking like, I'm going to fix this. What the fuck did you do?
And we got one more character, Duff. We got one more character in the kitchen.
Yeah, sorry. Forgot about that.
So there's 2 changes.
You added Duff. 2 things. 2 things. You genius, you. So I think on its own, it's a fine house still. Like, it's fine. But that's frustrating. And I know not everyone's been going since 2018. I've barely been going to Hollywood since 2018. And if you haven't seen it, not a big deal. But guess what? We've seen it, and we care. So there's that.
Yeah, exactly, man. And again, it's just one of those things where I'm like, you have, especially after 5+ years, you have so much time to be able to revisit something and improve it. And then for you to just copy and paste it, it's just so lazy. And why Poltergeist? Why Poltergeist when you have Us right there, which is a Universal property, and it was a phenomenal house? Like, why Poltergeist? Who gives a shit?
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least give us a different franchise then, please. Something else, man.
It's where I bring back my the line I've been using all season. If you bring back a carbon copy repeat, you can please the new fans. If you bring back a new take, you can please everybody.
That's very true, man. That's very true. I mean, hell, this could have been, if you're going to copy and paste something, copy and paste Universal Monsters 2018.
Ooh, that was a banger.
Like, come on, dude. It's right there. It's why Poltergeist.
I'd actually love to see a take of that. Like, even if they did it as a repeat, like in a different location, so I had to switch up just a little bit.
Oh, it would have to, because it was in the Parisian courtyard. So it had, say they put it in Poltergeist location.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. It would have to be very different.
So that would have been pretty cool to see, because then it would have forced them to kind of change some stuff up. But, I mean, why Poltergeist? Whatever.
Yeah, I don't have much more to say about that yet. So, yeah, there we go. And finally, we have reached the Terror Tram, which, of course, we have once again entered the Blumhouse. I mean, I'll say it. I think it's better than last year's.
I agree. I think I go back and forth with the Terror Tram. It's so iconic to the event, but at the same time, I'm like, this is kind of a waste of resource. But this year was fun. I think they're almost there. They're almost at a point now where it's like, okay, you're getting it. We just want more show moments. We want more scares. That's great. But like the area behind the Bates Motel with the grabber, that I want that to be more maze-like, or more house-like. I want it to weave and wind a little bit more instead of it being this pretty open, wide area. Like, what a cool area for a pseudo house to be outdoors, a gauntlet to have like really hidden good hiding spots for the performers. That would rip, dude. That would absolutely rip. Yeah. But
it's far from a gauntlet, though.
100%. I do love, though, how they used the Bates Motel for Insidious. It made no sense, but it was kind of a fun way to see them coming in and out of the doors. That's more of the energy. Keep that up. It's better than it has been. And I think if it has to stay, then this is the way to do it for sure.
I don't even have much to add. That's basically my exact thoughts. What I will say, though, is if you took the Jason Gauntlet from Orlando, which is something I famously don't think is great, and just plopped it in place of that house, it works perfectly. Something like that. Just a quick, very intense moment for people to go through. Done.
100%. 100%.
Otherwise, why are we even walking through the house? What's the point?
Right. Totally, man.
So, I'm going to throw this out here now. I was going to save it. Of course, every offseason we have like a way too early predictions for next year episode. But since we're talking about Terror Tram and how, like, should it go? Should it stay? Honestly, I think it should go. But I know it won't. It will not go. I do have a prediction for it for next year already. I'm going to throw it out there. I don't think our friend Art the Clown is done at Horror Nights. And I think he hosts the Terror Tram next year. That is my early prediction.
Tram. The Terror Fire Tram. Yeah, I like it, dude. I like it. I think you're onto something, friend.
I think that's using his personality to the best of its abilities, right? Let him host something like that. He doesn't talk, obviously, so not in the sense that others have hosted it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, dude. I think you're onto something. I would honestly, I'd be here for it. I mean, it's Bernie kind of hinted at like a Jack versus Harry situation. Maybe it's a triple threat match.
Maybe. Listen, if it's not Blumhouse at this point, it's a win, I guess. So, sure, anything will do.
Very fair, man.
The Poltergeist Tram.
Polter Tram.
Ugh.
Don't give them ideas, dude.
Which honestly, Exorcist Believer fit on the tram just as much as that would. So
I guess that's true.
But that is it for our houses and our Terror Tram. So I think it's time for us to rank them, John.
Oh man!
So I think we'll do it just the way you did before. Kind of start at 10 and work our way up, and go one by one. So I'll actually kick us off and say my number 9 was unsurprisingly the Terror Tram.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, you're not that surprised. It's me.
I guess sure that makes sense.
It would take a lot from a Enter the Blumhouse Terror Tram to not finish 9. I will say it's a little bit closer than expected, but
very interesting.
Yeah.
All right, number 9 for me is Poltergeist. Because listen, if you're going to show yourself again, if you're going to show your face around these parts again, you better not be the same damn person. After so many years, please give me something more.
Yeah. My number 8 is surprisingly not Poltergeist yet. It is Terrifier.
Wow. We've got the same 8. We've got the same number 8.
I went back and forth on this for a while if I should put Terrifier to last for houses specifically, or if I was so mad at Poltergeist not getting better that it'll be number 9 or number 8. And I can't, man. I just think Terrifier is actually the worst house. I would much rather watch the Poltergeist. The weight included or not, I enjoy Poltergeist better as a house than Hollywood's Terrifier.
And that is so fair, man, because Hollywood's Terrifier is ass. It's just total, and especially for being one of the new mazes this year, like, come on, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a fumble.
So we'll go up to number 7, where Terrifier. I mean, sorry, so bad. I'm trying to put it everything bottom. Poltergeist could not pass anything else. I'm still very frustrated that a house that is solid enough on its own came back with the same exact huge flaw it had 7 years ago.
Yeah, man. What a waste. Number 7 for me is Fallout.
Ooh, okay.
Because although I do appreciate the attempts at like getting, more creative, more big with the scenic, it just didn't feel like a haunted house to me. It felt like a fan fest walkthrough, and it just didn't hit all the way for me.
Funnily enough, my number 6 I also think is a lot like a fan fest walkthrough, and that's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay, yeah.
Realistically, this probably should be number 7, but my anger of a repeat being the same brought this one to number 6. Yeah, it was fine. I mean, I think technically cool moments and it's cool scenes, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Fair. I will say these bottom 4 not glowing reviews overall.
My number 6 is the Terror Tram, because I do appreciate the attempts at switching it up. And again, I think they're on the path to greatness here, because they're almost there. They've got the right idea. Now I think the walkways just need to get a little tighter. It needs to get a little darker. It needs to get a little more intense, and then we're cooking. We're cooking with oil.
I liked your pun so much, I might move Terror Tram above Terrifier in my rankings.
Hell yeah.
Might be worth it. My number 5 is Scarecrow. Music by Slash. Just remember, that's why. That's why you're only number 5. You should be a lot better.
My number 5 is the Wyatt 6. And I'm sorry, they just Orlando just did it so well that this one just felt like a cheap imitation. Although it was a pretty good house, again, it was very weakened by a lot of Hollywood isms.
Made you a little
the Murdy
6.
Williams of it all. Sorry, y'all.
My number 4 is Fallout.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. I will say my top 3 is like a huge jump from here, though.
My number 4 was Scarecrow, and it is because of Slash. But I do love the house itself. I try to ignore the music as much as I can.
I tried. Didn't work.
Fair.
I guess I'm bringing AirPods next time or something.
There you go.
My number 3 is Monstros 3.
Mine as well.
Wow, look at that. But yeah, I mean, I think again, frustrating what the series is becoming, but overall, it's still a very solid house.
Yeah, and it'll scare you. And
Yeah,
again, at the end of the day, that's what we're there for. So it'll do that trick.
and La Llorona fuck shit up
And
in there,
La
so
Llorona,
that's
yeah,
pretty
of
cool.
course, of course.
That fucking
Big fan.
kids drowning scene cannot be beat. Just phenomenal.
Oh, such good performances from
Oh,
the Lloronas
oh,
in that.
oh
Oh,
yeah.
fuck, man, y'all killed it. Y'all killed it.
My number two is actually White Six. Yeah,
Oh,
again, very different
wow.
from Orlando. Not as good as Orlando's, but still a very fun take overall, I thought. And
Sure.
while it felt like a Hollywood house, it very much felt like a Horror Nights house at the same time.
Okay. Okay. My number two is Five Nights at Freddy's.
Holy
I
shit.
do enjoy that franchise, and I liked having an Orlando house in Hollywood because it did feel different, and it was a great use of the
What'd
space.
you have it ranked in Orlando again?
That's a good question. Let me look at my ranking again.
That's, number two. God damn.
I had it at 6 in Orlando, but that's because
Okay, I
it's
mean,
Orlando, buddy.
that's still kind of high, let's be honest.
Yeah, all right.
My number one is Jason Universe, which most of the season in Orlando was number 10, and in Hollywood was like immediately number one. So, hey, good on you, Jason Universe and John Murdy.
Yeah, man. Jason Universe is my number one as well.
Beautiful. That is the style house Hollywood should be aiming for every single year, and probably multiple times per year.
Absolutely. That is a new standard. Let's meet it, please.
And the facade. I don't think
Poltergeist.
we talked about it at all. I loved how they pulled off that facade.
Yeah,
I thought it was
man.
great.
I knew that it was going to look good as you walked up to it. The tree line was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great, man.
And
Jason's Love Shack.
I'm happy to note for people who talk about how much we hate Hollywood, there are two of the 5 IPs that were better in Hollywood this year for me. Fallout slightly edging Orlando's, and Jason Universe kicking Orlando's ass.
Wow, okay.
So
Good for them,
that's
man.
pretty good. Overall, I kind of only really like my top three. But, you know, that's better than last year, that's for sure.
Hooray for Hollywood.
But that was getting a bit ahead of myself because I do just want to ask final event thoughts. How does it stack up against past years? How does it stack up against other haunts if you want to go there?
I mean, I would say it's probably on par with last year for me overall. Until we don't have weak ass houses like Terrifier, until the food gets better, until the scare zones get a little bit more, if not scenic heavy, then just a little more theatrical. Like they're on a good path here. There's potential for greatness, but they didn't really break the mold this year with anything except for Art the Clown. I will say that was a cool addition to see him walking around the whole park. I think there needs to be more of that, and that was incredibly successful. And I think that speaks to people wanting to be immersed and they want to be interacting with characters in a way that they haven't been able to in Hollywood just yet. So overall, though, pretty much the same as last year. I'm still waiting to be like really wowed.
Yeah, I already said it. I think it's better than last year. I think probably the weak aspects about the same level, to be honest. But I think the highs are a bit higher than last year.
Okay.
I think while still needing much improvement, the zones overall were better. Yeah, it's not the best year I've been to by any stretch, but it is a step up from last year in my opinion. And if we can get to the style of Jason Universe and replicate that a bit, move on from Monstros maybe, and kind of because again, still solid house on its own. Move on from that, do something new, and that's going to jump up to 2 or 1. You know, um, keep it up. Keep doing things like that. Find ways to invent. Please.
Amen, brother. Amen. Hell yeah, man.
But that's it. That's Hollywood. HHN 2025. It has come and gone. And I'd say I'm sad, but I knew I wasn't going to be back at the event since when did I go? Late September, first week of October, something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that's not new to me. Um, but, it's all right. I do look forward to returning next year, as always, though, even if it's mostly for Scary Farm.
And it's always good having you out here, man. I think next year, Duff, I'm gonna challenge you on air, bro.
On air.
Don't edit this out. Go to Fright Fest next year, man. Check it out. Check it out. It's fun. It's fun.
I literally would have to add an extra 4 days to my trip because I would need to hit another weekend, or I'd have to take away a day from Scary Farm, and I don't think I'm willing to do that.
Sure.
So, oh no, I guess I have a 10-day trip. Oh damn! How sad!
Geez.
How sad!
Darn!
All right. No promises, but I'm gonna try to make it work. I'm gonna try to make it work. Before we do go, I do want to play a voicemail that we have because we are actually not going to be back next week. I will be out of town, and everyone else is a little busy. So I want to make sure this voicemail doesn't get old. Well, thanks for calling in. I think that is a very fun question as well. And John, you can participate in this one too. Because I know you have some wants for the event.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I have many. I will say, because it is an anniversary year and it's something we have not had for a long time, my choice as what I want the most right now is the return of Shady Brook. Which is a very focal location throughout Horror Nights history. It ties in to actually multiple icons. So, and we haven't seen it since it'll have been 10 years or 10 event years this coming year. So it's going to have been a while for something that's very important to the event and can tie in with an icon that most of us expect to get this year.
Very interesting. So, I mean, I'm going to kind of piggyback off of you, man, and I would love to see more from Legendary Truth.
Ooh.
Because, I mean, I got a little taste of it during the 30th. It is an anniversary year. I think it would be kind of cool to see a little bit more of them, especially because I've seen Legendary Truth experiences from the past, and I'm like, I want to experience something like where I don't know what it was for or what year it was for, but you're able to go and there's agents all around. They give you encoders and you're solving little puzzles or whatever. I love that kind of shit. So I would love to see more from them. And especially because they've now have a presence in Las Vegas. I'm like, okay, dude, let's do a little something more. Maybe we see them in Hollywood one year. I don't know. We'll see.
It's actually hilarious that you say that because you've now forced me. I guess I don't have to, but I'm going to because it's appropriate. Reveal another guess I have for my way too early predictions. And on the Orlando side, I specifically put Boris Schuster goes to Shady Brook.
Ha, dude. Okay. That would be sick.
I love that you said that.
That would be
That's perfect,
sick, bro.
Yeah.
I got chills.
Thank you. Hire me. Actually, I'm kidding. Don't hire me. I like enjoying the event.
Fair. Very fair.
Can you imagine people seeing how sloppy I get and I work for the event? Hell no. Absolutely not. But thank you, Spooky Bits, for calling in. I appreciate it. And also, let us know again something else that you'd like to see. That's everyone, whether you're in the YouTube comment section, Spotify comments, Apple, whatever it may be. Let us know what you want to see come, whether that's HHN 35 or 2026 in Hollywood. But John, thank you so much for joining. It is always a pleasure to discuss haunts and horror nights, and especially wrap up the year with you.
Of course, man. It's always a pleasure, and I'm already looking forward to speculation season. Maybe we'll have a nice little Christmas surprise again for us this year.
Ooh.
We'll see. We'll see.
And then you want to remind the people where they can find you as well.
Yes, of course. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, at the Hauntline, youtube.com/the Hauntline. We'll have some fun stuff coming up for sure, because expect me to get very nostalgic coming up here.
Ooh. Okay.
So, yeah, I might have some surprises, so stay tuned.
Looking forward to it. Well, it's always a pleasure having you on, and we already know you'll be on next year, so it won't be too long. But for now, you can follow us on social media at Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at HHN365, our TikTok at HHN365pod. Join our Discord where we are talking HHN and haunts year-round. That link will be in the description. Our merch shop is HHN365.com. And if you also want to leave a voicemail, that is 407-906-4134. And unfortunately, it's going to be quite a while before we see you in the streets. So see you on Apple Podcasts, I guess. See you in a couple weeks.